Well, hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Quick Takes, where we talk to industry experts, movers and shakers, to see what everybody's up to during this crisis, how they're handling it, how their businesses are handling it. So both personal and business side, we want to see how things are going for our lab brethren, and also what they think is going to happen when this ends. So today I have Mark Williamson, someone that I think most of you are familiar with. In fact, I have just a little couple sentence bio about Mark that I'll read just so if you don't know him, you'll become a little more familiar. Mark Williamson is a senior technical manager for Ottawa Dental Lab. He's also a COIS recognized specialist and a founding member of the Chicagoland Dental Technician Study Club. Mark has served as president of the Marvin Healy Study Club and the Illinois Dental Lab Association. He was also voted Technician of the Year at the NADL Vision 21 meeting, and also was a first place winner in the Panthera Dental Masters Cup. And by the way, I shortened his bio considerably. There's a lot more that he's done, a lot of more accomplishments, and he's a great technician, and most importantly, he's a great guy. So Mark, welcome. So glad you're with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, as you heard, I'm trying to find out what your feeling is about what's happening and what may happen in the future. So I'll ask you first, how are you and Allie doing? Are you healthy and happy?
Yeah, we're doing fine. Knock on wood. Been healthy. Just staying at home like everybody else. Just running to the store for supplies and things like that. Allie's been doing a little bit of horseback riding at home, so she's keeping a little bit busy. But other than that, we're good.
And she's not working, right, at the lab now? You're the only one of the two working at the lab?
Right now, yeah. Right now we have some of the managers that are working to fill in for any of the work that's coming in, handling phone calls with doctors and things like that. So yeah, right now Allie's not, but I am. And it's a good time for us to kind of do some R&D, do some printing, do some designing, some of the things sometimes you don't have an opportunity to do during the regular workday sometimes because it gets, pretty busy and everybody's busy. And so right now I think it's a great time, not just for us, but I think any laboratory to, just take this time to do some practicing and webinars. I mean, I know you've had plenty of webinars and things like that are available, the whole industry. So it's a great opportunity to have the time to be able to take advantage of some of this stuff.
It is, and I love how a lot of the labs are making personal protective equipment, PPEs for hospitals and all that, those that can. By the way, I should mention Mark and his wife Allie both work for Ottawa Dental Laboratory, well-known large lab in the Midwest. So I think that's a great point that labs are taking advantage, a lot of labs anyway, are taking advantage of the time off, essentially. So the lab's open, although I imagine a skeleton crew, is that correct?
Yeah, right now we have a group of technicians that are working. Somebody from each department is, in here working and keeping the workflow that, what we are getting coming in, we're able to, handle and get out and service our customers, that have emergency cases. We do see a lot of repairs and things like that for removable coming in. So that's kind of nice to be able to help out. We've also been doing some of the printing for the PPEs, for the personal protection with our carbon printers. We've been printing bands and, making the shields. So we've been doing a little bit of that. I haven't personally, but a couple of our guys have been working on that. So that's nice.
We too, at Whitmix too, we're making face masks and shields, and also the swabs for taking
that's nice.
Yeah, so they're being donated to local hospitals and such, because we have why not? We have the printers, we have the time,
Sure.
and people who can do it.
Sure,
So
help out in any way. I mean, these are just crazy times right now. I mean, I'm sure you and myself, we've never really lived through anything like this. You know, our parents, you know, our grandparents, the Great Depression, things like that. But yeah, this is just crazy, and it is amazing though to see these laboratories that are able to step up and start printing these personal protection type of devices that these healthcare workers need. So it's kind of amazing to see how many laboratories are posting on social media that they're helping and producing these things, and it's
love it.
amazing.
I love it. So let me ask you a question or two about the crisis and the direct impact it has on your laboratory. So for instance, what do you think, this is just a personal opinion, what do you think the landscape will look once we're all back, at work? How is it going to be different? Because we know it's going to be different, but how?
Yeah, I think things will come back slowly. You know, we'd like to bring everybody back. That's our plan. I think, unfortunately, there might be some laboratories that may not be able to overcome this. You know, I pray and hope that everybody does come back to this. I've seen some things on social media where people were asking about that, and I know obviously we plan on being back 100%. You know, we're gearing up towards that. But yeah, I think the biggest thing we'll see is some laboratories maybe not necessarily making it, and maybe even some dentists that were close to retiring, and maybe this just kind of maybe shut the doors. So you know, it's hard to tell, obviously, but I think it'll slowly come back,
Good.
and I think we'll be back at 100%.
I think the operative word is slowly. And the reason I say that is I interviewed Bennett Napier, as you know, a few days ago. And one of the things he said is that labs are going to have to work on some very specific messaging with dentists in order to get patients to feel comfortable enough to return to get their teeth work done. And that makes a lot of sense. I'm sure there are a
It
lot of
does.
people who will be hesitant.
It
Yeah,
does. I don't know if, you know, some of the dentists, you know, their protocol of how they work on these patients and what they're using to protect themselves. And I'm sure that landscape's going to look a little bit different. I'm not quite sure how that will affect us going chair side. You know, a lot of lab techs do go chair side for whether it's custom shading or chair side conversions for these full implant restorative cases. And so, yeah, we're just kind of waiting and seeing and, you know, following the NADL and the ADA and just trying to see what they put out there, you know, as far as guidelines and things.
absolutely. One other thing that we talked about, which is probably going to change in a dramatic way, is infection control. Because in the past, we've done what we can. Laboratories get dirty impressions in, bloody, maybe who knows what, and they've done what they can. But I'm sure there'll be some more stringent controls in the future, both in the dental laboratory and in the dental office, I think.
Sure. No,
Got to be a
definitely. I know, you know, one of the things that I think that will definitely change also is like some of these infection control protocols, you know, when these cases are coming in cases that are going back to the dental offices and things like that. I mean, we disinfect obviously everything that comes in here, that goes out. So, but I
yeah,
think maybe those protocols might be enhanced a little bit more.
yeah, very true. Very true. And lastly, is there anything you're doing very specifically to stay healthy yourself?
Well, I mean, I think washing my hands, you know, 100 times a day, and you know, I never used to think about it, especially you know, go to use the gas pump or use an ATM or things that other people are touching, and now you kind of think twice about it, and so I know like Allie, when she gets gas, she's got a glove or a paper towel or something. And I haven't gone to that extreme yet, but I just make sure that wash my hands. But we're just staying home. We're following the rules. We're not doing anything. We haven't. Well, we spent Easter, home alone. We did a little video conference with our family, with all over the world. We've got some people in Mexico, and with some people in the suburbs here that obviously they have little kids, and everybody's just staying home and doing kind of a virtual Easter, with through like
Smart.
WebEx, or FaceTime. So
Yeah. Well, smart that you did. And it's always great talking to you. Always great seeing you, my friend. Give Allie my best, and please, both of you, stay as healthy as you can, and we'll be in touch soon. Okay.
okay, yeah, thank you. You too, and everybody at WhipMix. Like I said, it's nice to see the webinars and things that you guys are doing, and it's kind of nice for technicians, for us that if we have downtime or if they are sitting at home, they have some avenues for some education. So it's a
Yes.
good time to do it. So
I
thank you.
should just say before I go that we do our regular webinars, but we're also doing 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Our digital technical support people are doing digital webinars, learning experiences, and so those are happening 3 times a week. So anybody can just go to our website, whipmix.com, and on the home page you'll see a scrolling banner, and you click on it, and it'll allow you to register for any and all of them. So thanks for allowing me to put that plug in, and you stay healthy, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Okay, thank you. You too.
Take
Bye-bye
care,
now.
Mark. Bye-bye.